Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Today, we're going to ask Spirit for a reading for you for their thoughts of you today, your person's thoughts of you, thoughts and feelings. So we do this reading often. It changes from day to day. So keep that in mind. Whenever you found this message is meant to be heard. So we have three choices today. We have Group A is Love, Group B is Enchantment, and Group C is Eternal Flame. I will timestamp the readings and put that in the description below. Take a deep breath, think about your person. Let's see what Spirit has for you for messages and thoughts from your person today. If you picked Group A, Love, this reading is for you. We just want to know, Spirit, what is my person thinking? Where are they at right now? What's going through their mind? How do they feel about me? Any messages that will help guide me in this connection, in this relationship? Please share with me. I am listening for you now. I have an 8 of Wands. Change, fast moving, something changing in this connection. Could be communication, needing to, I like the fire because it's a sense of there's still a flame there. There's still a lot of energy in this. It is fast moving, but something may have to change. Something is shifting in this connection. And the best probably thing to do is to talk about it. So let's just keep going. Let's see what Spirit has for us. I have a Moon. I have some secrets. I'm facing some fears about this connection. I definitely am wondering what is going on. What is going on with my person? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Maybe something has changed. Spirit's giving you strength, this inner power, this maturity to face the situation. Can we be adults? Can we talk things through? Can we get through whatever is on our plates right now? Spirit, please share with me. I have an 8 of Swords. Somebody is feeling trapped. They may have said, I want some space. I need some time. I'm spending too much time with you and I'm not getting anything else done. Something like that. Let's see if we can get some feelings on this table. Spirit, where is this headed? Where is this headed? Every night, my dreams, you seduce me. Very seductive connection. Okay, so I feel very attracted to you. All right, so they're definitely still want to be with you physically. Maybe they feel trapped with, they don't want more. Right now, this is working for them, but maybe that's not enough for you. I would like to work together and have more stability. All right, so they want to work on this. They want you to feel a little bit more secure, is how that just came in. Spirit, please share with me. I miss the way you taste, those soft lips on my face, your warm embrace, and everything you gave. I do desire you. So when I'm not with you, I miss you. So lots of physical connection here, lots of desire. I want to be with this person. I want to be with you. I can't keep it together. And I know I've already screwed up. I feel irresponsible. The sense of I don't want to feel trapped. When somebody feels trapped, the first thing that they do is they push you away. They have a tendency to say, you know what, I don't have time for this. And they just push you away. And it's not, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just like a gut knee-jerk reaction that people do. So they're feeling irresponsible for some reason. Spirit, please share with me my person's thoughts and feelings. I have the World. Success, travel, completion. I don't know. For every ending, there's a new beginning, right? But part of me feels like they're trying to figure things out, like they may even have one foot in one world and one foot in the other. And they're having a hard time straddling two kind of things going on in their life. Like if they were a bachelor for a long time and all of a sudden they've got this hot energy of you in their life and they really want to be with you and they really want to they really want to spend time with you and they enjoy being with you physically. And then all of a sudden they realize that, to be with you and to spend time with you means that they can't do some of the other things that they used to do with their friends or their hobbies or their time alone. And they have like one foot into this like single world and one foot into this relationship world. And then they start to panic saying, well, I'm not going to be able to do all the things that I want to do if I'm in a relationship. So they do have a tendency to start to pull back. They have a tendency to feel like something's being taken away from them. I have a tower moment, an unexpected change. So maybe they've said something. Maybe and all of a sudden everything was going really well in this connection. We're great. We're physical. We're intimate. It's like, what happened? All of a sudden they just like poof, walk away. They get scared. They are afraid to give up what they had. They don't want to have this change. Magician. Inspired action, manifesting. Keep manifesting this person, okay? Magician has the ability to make things happen. So if you want this person to be in your life and to kind of quote unquote calm down and just realize that they can have it all, just keep manifesting them. I do feel like they have a lot of passion for you. There's the Bachelor. Okay. There's this sense of, if I'm with you, I have to give up this adventurous energy, right? And that's not the truth. If they throw their passion into being with you, you guys can be on an adventure together. You guys can explore new things together. You can he or she can have, new passion in their life. And, but it is right now a feeling of, I feel like I'm giving up something to be with you. And they shouldn't feel like they're giving up something to be with you. They should feel like, I only want to be with you. But unfortunately, we have so many choices in our life. And especially if they've been a bachelor for a while or single, they like the little life that they've created, and change is hard. And we may be just talking about change here, that they're just having a hard time adjusting their routine, their schedule. They like to be with you. So what happens is it starts to look like they only want to be with you when it's physical. And that's not necessarily the case, but that's what it starts to feel like. An emergence. Look at this energy emerging. It's like, I just feel like there's something more here. And I'm going to say, don't give up on this connection, because I do feel like it's growing. I do feel like it's emerging. I do feel like, there's an energy here that we can't control. So I do not want you to give up on this person or this connection yet. I feel like they're just struggling with trying to figure out how to be in a relationship. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe their identity has always been, hey, I do my own thing. I take care of myself. I don't like any strings attached. I don't like, to be in a committed relationship. Doesn't mean that they're not going to change. It's just that that's their identity right now at this moment. And they're struggling with that. They want some forgiveness for kind of how they're behaving about all of this. I'm going to say that. Maybe there's going to be some apologies. Maybe they're going to say, you're right. I need to give you more time. This isn't fair to you. It's not fair to you to only be with you, when we're physical. We need to do other things together. We need to go out in public. We need to go out to eat. I need to introduce you to my friends, so maybe there's some conversations to be had about, like, what does a relationship look like? It's not just us being alone in a room. There's more to it. So let's see what else Spirit has. Spirit, can you please share with me their feelings? Please share with me some of their feelings, their thoughts. What are they thinking today? It feels like I'm losing you, but I don't have the strength right now to fight for you. So they're struggling with their own, like, you may be backing off because you're like, well, you're not giving me what I want. And when you figure out what you want, let me know. So, typically people will run from something like that and just say, fine, I don't want to put any energy into this, like, because they're missing their quote unquote, the life that they have. I feel insecure. That's why it's taking me so long to come back to you. I'm working on building my confidence. So they have to decide whether they want to be in a relationship or not. I really feel that way. It's like you can't have both, is how I feel today. You can't have both. They have to decide if they want to be in a relationship. I wish I could just let you love me. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. Maybe they're not used to having love in their life. You know, they're not used to somebody always being there for them or saying, I want to be with you. You had me at hello. So they're very attracted to you. There's some intimacy there. There is this connection, this sense of surging forward, moving forward. Don't give up on this connection. So the connection is there. They are struggling with what they want. I'm going to tell you, it's just, they can't make up your mind. You were never supposed to mean this much to me. You know, I mean, I'm going to put that in the category of they've never had somebody that they actually stopped to think about it. You know, they actually stopped and said, you know what, I actually want this person to be in my life. I don't want it to be just a physical connection, somebody I'm just sleeping with. I want more with this person. So you are giving them a reason to pause, Spirit just said. That's nice. Let's get some other love cards. Let's see what else they say. Spirit, please share with me. What do we got? I have chivalry. You know, that's coming into me as you deserve more respect. Them either apologizing and saying, you know what, you're right. You deserve more respect. I need to treat you like a person, like a real person. And I need to, you know, take you out. I need to, you know, you're not a one-night hookup to me. You know, you are more to me. And they do need to treat you, they need to treat you with more respect. So I do feel like they're aware of that. I do have a commitment. I feel like they're giving some thought to a commitment. You know, it's like they feel connected to you. All right. They do feel something. You're not supposed to mean this much to them, but you do. And they are starting to say, is this a commitment? You know, like, is this somebody that I want to actually say, wow, a soulmate connection? This could be a soulmate connection. So maybe they're feeling something that they've never felt for you. You know, maybe it's they're willing to give up their single life for you. You know, like that's basically what's on the table. It's like they have to say, I think that I'm willing to kind of make a big change in my life. And but you know, people get scared. Change is tough. New energy coming into our life. You know, you're afraid that you're going to make a mistake. But maybe they're feeling something they've never felt before. And they're definitely starting to think about, you know, where this is all coming from. I know you from somewhere. Like they feel like they've known you forever. It could be a soulmate, past soulmate connection. Maybe it feels like, you know, we have so much in common. It's just easy. Something like that. You know, it's just an easy. I have an Ace of Pentacles. So I have some kind of abundance coming into my life, maybe even some good news, you know, maybe they're going to make up their mind and say, yeah, you're right. I need to treat you better. I need to put more time into this. So maybe we're going to get some good news. Okay. Love me. Love me. They want to be loved. Maybe they're not used to being loved. You know, maybe you're the first person who's ever loved them. I'm in so much pain. You know, maybe you're the first person who sees all that they go through. And you're still there for them. I'm going to say stay by their side for right now. I am. I think that this connection, I just wish things were different. You know, it could be my 7 of Cups. Like I have a lot of options, or I'm trying to work things out. But I don't think their intention is to hurt you. I don't think their intention is to push you away. I think that what they're doing is they're struggling with, what is it that I want? I have so much desire for you. So they are very much interested in you. You know, it's, if I follow you, I could lose everything. There's the, I have to give up something to be with you. All right. I'm giving up my friends, my routine, my independence, which is, yeah, but what are they gaining? Like, look at how much they can gain. Spirit, please share with me some of their secret feelings for me. Any secret feelings that they have for me today? I must confess that I'm in love with you. All right. So if they say it, then they're going to be expected to have some kind of commitment with you, because they can't tell you they love you and then say, oh, well, I'm not sure how I feel. I am burdened by guilt and regret. I feel like they don't feel like they're doing the right thing by you right now. And it's a little bit, maybe they feel selfish. Maybe they feel like, I'm only thinking of myself, but that is what they're thinking. I know what love is because of you. You're showing them what love is. You're opening them up. Okay. This is a connection like they've haven't ever had. I don't want you to give up on this connection. All right. That's the message that I'm getting today. All right. This person has to decide that they want you in their life. Period, point blank. They have to be willing to give up some of their other things in their life so that they can have you. And then once they decide that, then it's worth it. Then I think that this connection is going to move forward. But just give them some space and time, and don't smother them. Don't let them feel like they feel trapped, because they will push you away and they will start to run. So right now they have to come to that place where they want this. They want to be in this connection. So we will ask Spirit to continue to guide you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you picked Group B, this reading is for you, Enchantment. So we're asking Spirit for your person's thoughts of you today. What's going on in this connection? What's going through their head, any feelings they have for you, just to help you with some guidance to move this connection forward or to see where it's headed. Spirit, please share with me any thoughts of you today. I am listening for you now. I have a 7 of Cups, 6 of Swords. I have an 8 of Wands. And I have a Page of Pentacles. Okay, so right now I feel like I do feel like we've been drifting apart. I will say that a little bit with that 6 of Swords. Either we have thoughts of somebody else, or not even if they're cheating on you, but maybe they are, wondering what all their options are out there. There's always the grass is greener on the other side, something like that. So maybe we've been drifting apart. Maybe we need to get the spark back. My page is acting a little bit, my pages are all young and acting a little bit immature. And it's like, you know what, if you don't want to be in this relationship, tell me so I can move on. Right. And it's almost the sense of like, they just showed me a string. Like, I feel like I'm being held by a string and being led on. And part of me feels like, I deserve more. I want the romance. I want it to be, maybe it was very romantic in the beginning and we're drifting apart, but I feel like I'm being held on to. I'm exhausted and drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. Maybe this waiting for things to change is exhausting you, is exhausting them. We're holding on. I have fear. Love scares me because it Love scares me because it scared me. I don't know. Fear. Illuminate. Your light helped to guide me out of my darkness. All right. So they still have these feelings for you that are You know what? You were there for me when no one else was, which I do like. Okay. Maybe there's something else going on in their life that's causing them the sense of, I feel exhausted, drained, tired. Like I don't have any energy at the end of my day left to put into a relationship. So part of me feels like they're not realizing. I didn't know which path to take and I had choices. Okay, so there's lots of doors. So it's always this sense of, um, can I open another door? So maybe they haven't committed to you, or maybe they are keeping you tied on this string because they keep you in the loop, so to speak. And you don't have any commitment with this person. Maybe you have a relationship with them, but you've never said you're exclusive, or you've never put boundaries around it, or something like that. But at the end of the day, I just feel like I'm just being kind of, I don't know if led on is the right thing, because I do feel like this person cares about you. I do feel like this person wants you in their life, but at the same time, I feel like they are keeping all the doors open, or all their options open, just in case. And I don't want to be just another option. I deserve more self-respect. It's affecting my self-respect, right? Look at you. You're on a path to this beautiful kingdom, right? It's like you're following your own journey. You're alone in this card. All right. So even though this person is with you, you still feel alone, right? It's like, okay, I have somebody in my life that's either on again, off again, or they come and they go whenever they want. They keep all their doors open. They want to make sure they have all kinds of options. But at the end of the day, it's affecting my self-esteem, and it's affecting how I feel about myself. And I don't want to be an option. I want to be the only one, Spirit just said. So maybe this is a question for you. Like, what is it that you want to? A gardener, you want your garden to bloom, right? You want to know that where you're putting your time and your effort, it's growing. You want to know that the emotional commitment that you're giving to this relationship is going to turn into something. So, otherwise we've got a lot of, a garden that isn't growing, and that's not what we want. So you're putting time and effort into this. Spiritual maturity. We both have to grow up, or they have to grow up. They have to grow up and either be on this path with me and travel it together, and we climb this mountain together. Or, one of us decides that it's time to move on, because you can't be in a relationship and play the field. There's no such thing, right? It's one or the other. But somehow, and some people like to keep all the options open. And then you say to yourself, well, what, for something better to come along? Otherwise, be with me. And because you don't want to be an option. You want to be number one. You want to be the only one, Spirit just said. A delight and desire. Look at that. That's like a wedding cake, right? You want somebody that desires you, and maybe even desires a future with you. So if this person isn't making you any kind of, isn't moving forward, and even just saying we're exclusive, or I don't want to be with anybody else, then you really have to start asking yourself, like, why? Maybe they're giving the excuse of, I've been hurt before. Other people have hurt me, so I can't commit to anything. You know what? That's bullshit. That is not a good enough excuse. All right. That they're holding back on their feelings because somebody else hurt them. That isn't good enough for me. You're not the one that hurt them. Okay. You're not the one that broke their heart. Somebody else did it. I have erotic activation. Maybe they are very into you. Maybe this is a great physical connection. But again, is that enough for you? Is that going to grow your garden? And is that giving you the self-respect that you want? You need more, Spirit is saying. Their masculine energy is taking over this connection. You know, it's either this is what I want and you're expected to kind of follow suit and live with it, or not have them in your life. Well, you may decide that you want to roll the dice, you know, like roll the dice. I'm going to gamble on that somebody else wants me, you know. I don't know. I feel like they can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. I wish that this person was more committed. Heart on lockdown. Yeah, I have a damaged heart. I don't know how I feel. Let's just see where it goes. I love being with you, babe. You know what? You need to be with me emotionally, not just physically. I think that's what it's boiling down to. Okay. I think it's boiling down to, you know, here's an invitation to love. Like your heart wants to be loved. You know, you want to be invited in, right? You want to be invited in, and you want to be told that they love you and they want to be with you and they don't want to be with anybody else. All right, let's see what they're feeling. Like, why? Why? Spirit, what is all this energy of, you know, either somebody hurt them in the past and they're like, they use that as an excuse. I don't know what I feel. You know, I'm afraid to love again. All of that. I don't know why, but I always doubt your love for me. But you know what? You may be saying, I care about you, I want you. And they love hearing that. That feeds their ego. They love to come to you, be with you physically. You tell them that you love them, you want to be with them. And then all of a sudden, you're not getting it back. I don't know. I just feel like this is very one-sided for some reason, this particular energy. And we want this enchantment. We want to feel like, you know, it's magical, and that we're the most perfect. Am I worth it? Come find me. You know, say that to yourself. You know, am I worth it? You need to come to me. You need to tell me that I'm worth it. You need to tell me that you want me in your life and that you don't want to keep the doors open for other people or the next best thing to come along. So I feel like you have to do some of this. I'm healing from old traumas. They use that as an excuse. They use that somebody else broke their heart as an excuse that they don't want to commit on any level. And it's getting old and it's hurtful, quite frankly. So you're not the one that hurt them. It's time to let go. You may be asked, you know, what's in it for me? I'm sorry. I worry others will pull you away from me. Absolutely. There's somebody else that will pull you away, because the person who is supposed to be in your life is going to tell you that you're worthy, that you're deserving of love, is not going to keep any other doors open, is going to commit to you, is going to tell you they don't want to be with anybody else. So you may be questioning yourself, like, why am I even with this person? You know, like, I want you to reflect. If this reading isn't for you, pick group A or group C. But some of you, this is meant for you. You are what has been missing in my life, and you're my paradise in heaven. So, you know, maybe when you're together, they make you feel great, and you say to yourself, well, it's better than not having somebody in my life. But it's temporary, Spirit just said. It's just in the moment that they make you feel good, because think about all the time when you're not with this person and how you feel. I feel like it's very lonely. I'm sorry for lying to you. You know, maybe they're not even being honest with their feelings. Maybe they told you they wanted a relationship, and now that you're in it and you're spending time with this person or have time invested into this person, they're saying, well, I never told you I never told you that I wanted a real commitment. I never told you that, you know. So be careful with what they're saying. Misaligned. We're on different paths. You know, are you on different paths? Spirit just said this reading may be just a wake-up call. Maybe Spirit just said, you know, you just need to love yourself. Spirit, can I have some Can I have some messages for anything that will help me? Something that will help me right now, because I feel like I'm hurting. I want to give you a surrender card. Let's see if there's something that you need to surrender to help you today. Spirit, please share with me. This connection needs to be evaluated. What will make me feel better about myself? Surrender to divine timing. Thank you, Spirit. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Okay? You may be misaligned with this particular energy. It does not mean that Spirit doesn't have somebody that's going to love you and adore you. Okay? I want you to trust. Not all energy that comes into our life is meant to be for the rest of our lives. So right now, Spirit's saying, trust us. Trust in divine timing. We have something for you. And in the meantime, evaluate what is going on in this connection. And I feel like it's very one-sided. And if it is, I want you to do something about it. I want you to put yourself first. I'm just going to put it out into the universe that Spirit brings you the love that you deserve. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. If you picked Group C, this reading is for you. We're asking Spirit today for their thoughts of you. What are their feelings for you right now in this moment? I do a lot of these readings. So it's whenever you find this message, it's meant to be heard. It's like in the moment, in this time. If it's not resonating with you, please pick one of the other piles. But let's just see this internal flame. Like I feel like this is forever. Is this forever? Do they feel the same way? Are we moving in that direction? Spirit, please share with me their thoughts of me today. Any messages I'm listening for you now? I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Hierophant. Page of Cups. And I have a Five of Wands in reverse. This is definitely moving in a good direction. This is even moving into thoughts of a long-term relationship. I am overwhelmed with the emotion that has come into my life because of this connection. I feel like I'm opening myself up with this page, right? My page is like, I want to learn more. I want to feel more. I want to just keep going with this and see where we're going. I also like the Five of Wands in reverse because I feel like they let go of something. They let go of, am I ever going to be happy, or am I ever going to find the one? And I do feel like that you coming into their life has opened up. I'm going to say the word belief. I'm going to say, like I believe again in love. I believe in that I could be happy with somebody. Creativity, opening them up. Creativity, like, I don't know, that it also just came into me as this trying new things. All right. Trying new things, exploring new things. Maybe a whole new worlds are opening up for both of you. You're doing their hobbies. They do your hobbies, things that you never did before. And you guys are both tapping into that. Listening to divine guidance. All right. There's my Hierophant. All right. Knowing and trusting that Spirit puts people in our lives for a reason, and that we connect to people for a reason, right? Not everybody we start to have feelings for. Not everybody we feel a wave of emotion or love even, right? So that this is being divinely guided. An earth connection. I feel grounded. I feel like we're growing. I feel like this is going to grow. I feel like we're putting roots down, right? So right now, I feel like the time that we're putting into this connection is working. It's paying off. I want to be in this connection, Spirit just said. Like they want to continue to grow. So this is they're all in, is how it just came into me now. this is still in a beginning stages, but it's like they're excited about this beginning. They're excited that we're starting this new journey, this adventure. Let's see where we go. I also feel this sense of playfulness, like this is fun. It's fun for me. I'm enjoying being with you. You've taken away some pain from my past. Maybe you're filling a void that somebody else had left, and you're taking away some pain. You just being with you is healing, they just said. I'm trying to, move on from some old pain. So I feel like this is a good connection. I really do. I feel like you guys are either off to a good start. You're starting to realize that you're very, you're good for each other. You work well together. You enjoy each other company. You are spending time together, and you're starting to just feel happy inside. I do. Seven of Cups. I don't know. Maybe we're just talking about some things that we want, things that we'd like to have in our future, almost like this kind of mini wish list. That's okay. Spirit, please share with me this connection. What are their thoughts of me today? Please give me time. I've never felt this way. So they want to put the time in. I do feel like, it's, I'm going to say take it slow, not in a bad way that you're pushing this away, but the way that they want time is like they either are still healing from something, they're coming out of something, they don't want to rush into anything because they want something real, they want something that will last. So you already know how they feel. Like maybe they've told you, maybe you can feel it, maybe you can read their mind. I think we should slow down, but not in a bad way. Slowing down doesn't mean I don't want to be with you. Slowing down sometimes means I don't want to screw this up. I want to do this right. And if we go too fast, we jump through all the hoops too soon, it's like, let's just do this at our own natural pace and see where this leads us, because you matter to me. You matter to me. And I don't want to screw this up. That's how I feel. Like, I just feel like I want to be, I want to be in this. I'm learning to trust, I'm getting to know you. I'm learning to trust you. I want more out of this connection. So I do feel that, I don't know, especially when you come out of a hurt relationship, the first thing people will say is, I want to take this slow. Okay. And people take that as they're not really interested in me. And I don't want you to look at it that way. Usually it can be a positive, that if they want to take it slow, it means that they really want to get to know you. So look at it as a positive. Okay. Let's talk. I want to be with you. They want to talk. They want to get to know you. I want to hug you right now. They want to be affectionate with you. I love that. Let's see. I often think of the last intimate times we were together. So when they're not with you, they think about making love to you again. They want to be with you. I am sending you signs, like, so this is turning into one of those energies of, when I'm not with you, I swear I knew you were going to call, or I swear that, they're thinking about me right now. They really do care. Now, whether they've told you that they love you or not, that might not have happened yet. But right now, I feel like we are, I don't know, yes, your feelings are correct. You're feeling it. They're feeling it. So if you're saying, are you feeling the same thing? They're saying, yes, it's, you are the one I dream of. Okay. So I'm going to say this is off to a really good start. I think this is off to a really good start. I think that this is a connection that they really want to be with you. Probably came out of something pretty, they probably either got divorced or ended a long-term relationship. And they really just don't want to screw up, you know. And Spirit just said yes. Thank you, Spirit. They don't want to screw it up. That's good. Let's see. Let's get a couple more cards. Spirit, please share with me. Any messages from my person, their thoughts of me today. Let's see what we have. Spirit, please share with me. A few more weeks. I don't know. A few more weeks. I don't know. Maybe they're going to reveal their feelings for you. You know, maybe they are going to finally, I don't know, give in. I fantasize about us being together. Your love uplifts me. That's nice. I think that they're scared. I do. I think that there's a part of them that doesn't want to be hurt again. Well, who doesn't, right? Keep an open heart. Just keep your heart open. Keep this love flowing. My actions show my feelings. I think they're trying to do all the right things. I do. I think that they're trying. Did I just say do the right things? I want to do things the right way for us. So that's why they're going slow. That's why they are taking their time. Everything is in divine order. Okay. Every relationship has its own pace. Every relationship has, let me in, I promise I won't hurt you. So their intentions are not to hurt you. But each relationship goes through its own pace. You all go through, it took us either a time to get together, or it took us longer to get together than I would have liked. Maybe we did some back and forth. Maybe we see each other and then we don't see each other for a little while. You know, every relationship goes through its own pace. There's no right and wrong, Spirit just said. So this person's kind of going at their own speed. And I don't think you can make it go any faster, but I think their intentions are, you know, my apology was sincere. My intention, you know, maybe they're being very sincere. You know, maybe they are, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just I need to know what I want, and I'm taking my time. Okay. The timing is off, but I want you. I don't know. Maybe they put you on hold, or maybe they put you on hold in the past. We have come so far together. I think this connection's taking a lot longer than what you would like. Okay. And I think that they just are saying, you know, we have so much in common. I haven't forgotten you. So even if you're not together, even if you guys are kind of like, there's a little space, a little distance between you, maybe you haven't heard from your person for a little while, they haven't forgotten about you, but they're going at whatever pace that they can handle right now. I haven't given up on us. I don't know. You know, I'm running from my feelings. You know, like maybe it starts to get really good. It starts to get a good momentum. It starts to get, you know, start to go a little fast. And then all of a sudden they slow down again. And there's more space in between the times that you see them and the times that you're together. I don't know. They're trying to find their way is the only way that I can describe it. They're trying to find their way. They're trying to figure out what it is that they want. But they do care about you, and they do want to be with you. So they haven't given up on this connection. They're asking for forgiveness for some reason. So maybe there's been an argument in this connection, like, you know, I need more. I need I need more contact. I need to hear from you. I need more consistency. They just used as a word. You know, life purpose, you know, like, are you in my life for a reason? You know, are you part of my path? Are you part of my destiny? I feel in my heart that you are, but I want it to be confirmed. I want it to be, I I want to feel more secure emotionally, I'm going to say. So maybe that's something that we are looking for. We're looking for some emotional confirmation that, we're together, right? Luminosity. So you do light them up. They still love to be with you. Like you're still the love of their life or light of their life, So they're not interested in being with anybody else. I'm going to say it that way. I feel like they just are just going at their own pace. They're going, Spirit just said a little too slow, a little too slow. Spirit, please share with me any additional feelings. We have so much in common, so maybe when you're together, it's just really good. And I will be back. They just keep coming back and spending time with you. My intentions can be selfish at times. Maybe you're starting to question that. Wow, you're beautiful. Wow, you're beautiful. So I do feel like they don't want to be with anybody else. They do want to be with you. But I think it's just taking a lot longer to get this thing going. I think it's just been a difficult, like I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I have trust issues. Maybe that's what's going on. I have trust issues. I secretly admire you. Maybe they're checking you out when they're not together. Maybe they're checking out your social media. They're watching you. They want to see what you're doing, what you're up to, making sure that you don't want to be with anybody else, something like that. You are the reason I keep going. I'm planning on calling you soon. So I have a feeling that this is one of those connections, like we've gotten off to a good start. When we've been together, it's probably good. I'm having wild thoughts about you. Okay, so they're thinking about you. They're going at their own pace. You have to be willing to say, is this person worth, the time? Like, how long do I want to wait? I do feel like they care about you. I will say that. I think it's worth putting a little bit more time into this connection. I wish that they were moving a little bit faster. I wish that they were a little bit more consistent with how often they see you or how often you hear from them. I feel like the inconsistency is probably a big factor in this connection. A fate. This is a destined partnership. All right. So Spirit's saying have faith, this is meant to be together. Okay. Just, it's just taking longer to get it to where I want it to be. Wow. Marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. This is a slow burn. This is a slow burn relationship. I have somebody healing lots of old wounds. So this is a slow burn relationship. Don't give up on this connection. All right. This person's working on some trust issues. Okay. And they want to know that it's safe to trust. And they want to know that, they're making the right choice this time, Spirit just said. So they probably have, made some unwise choices in the past. Obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking. Okay, so they have to push through these trust issues. They have to push through this healing. And the only way they know how to do it is to take this slow and go at whatever pace they feel comfortable with. But this is a slow burn relationship. This is, I'm slowly falling in love with you. I'm slowly learning to trust you. I'm slowly trusting myself. I'm slowly believing that we're supposed to be together. I'm slowly getting used to the idea that we could have a future together, or I have a future with you. All of those things are going through your person's mind. So I'm going to say, just give this person some time. That's how I feel. But it is a slow burning, eternal flame. Slow burning, eternal flame. Perfect. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today.